You don't know revolvers until you try the big boys. There are certain revolvers in the market right now that are not only lethal but powerful as well. But oh, this is not just me describing powerful in a normal sense. These revolvers are so powerful that they're no longer practical for daily use, except for specific uses like on the range or in controlled settings. What's up, everyone? This is Ted from Line 45, and today I am going to give a rundown of the most powerful revolvers that you can get this 2025. Before anything else, let me do this quick plug. Hit the like and subscribe buttons, all the buttons that you can see below. Don't forget to leave a comment too. I know it feels like a hassle, but those things help my channel a lot. Now, let's get back to the good stuff. Magnum Research BFR 4570. You know this list is going to be wild when the likes of the BFR 4570 start this list, but you'll see why it's the case. This time, let's talk about the big frame revolver chambered in the 4570. In particular, this revolver is touted as one of the most extreme handguns ever built, and it's among the few revolvers that actually blurred the line between a revolver and a rifle. Of course, that makes sense given the fact that the 45 to 70 government is a round originally designed for rifles in the late 1800s. This means that we are dealing with a firearm here that is small enough to be carried in a holster that can fire the same ammunition once used in military and hunting rifles. It delivers a staggering power in a downsized platform, which a few other handguns can match. The revolver is built around an all-stainless steel frame and can withstand the immense pressures yielded by rifle-grade ammo. It's available in a 7.5-inch or 10-inch barrel, so right from the get-go, the revolver is built to optimize the velocity and accuracy of these government rounds. And with some loads that can reach over 2,000 foot-pounds of energy and velocities surpassing 1,600 feet per second, this BFR revolver is well capable of putting down elk, bears, and even bison, as long as you're in a reasonable distance. Plus, the gun's single-action mechanism ensures reliability, while the heavy frame helps absorb recoil. Ruger Super Redhawk 454 Cazal. The Ruger Super Redhawk, which is chambered in the powerful 454 Cazal, is a revolver that you might like if you always demand extreme power. But unlike those other glass cannons, this isn't a fragile little gun. It's rugged and dependable, which are qualities you can expect from a revolver built by Ruger. Introduced in 1987, this firearm was one of the first commercially available revolvers chambered for the 454 Cazal, and eventually, the 454 Cazal already became synonymous with this revolver. The 454 Cazal, by the way, is a cartridge that was once considered too powerful for standard revolvers. Hence, Ruger made sure that the Super Redhawk was assembled to go beyond what is considered standard. What makes it particularly interesting is that, despite its ability to handle immense pressures, it can also fire 45 Colt rounds, so it also gives you the option to shoot rounds with a more manageable recoil option, especially if you think that full power loads aren't necessary in your situation. This versatility, combined with its robust construction, has actually made the Super Redhawk a practical revolver, especially among hunters and outdoor enthusiasts. The Ruger Super Redhawk is a double-action revolver featuring a thick and rugged stainless steel frame, built to withstand the extreme forces generated by the 454 Cazal cartridge. It is available in several barrel lengths, which range from 2.5 inches to 9.5 inches. Of course, I really recommend that you go with longer barrels so that you can experience better accuracy, velocity, and control. The revolver, by the way, is also equipped with integral scope mounts, which is also another reason why it's a popular choice among hunters. So yes, this is one terrific revolver that isn't impossible to shoot properly. Smith & Wesson Model S&W 500. Have you ever shot a Model S&W 500 revolver? If you have already, then you know that this entry is just as valid as any other revolvers here. It has the claim to the title of the most powerful production revolver on the market, and it has been the case ever since this wheelgun was introduced in 2003. That's more than 2 decades ago. Despite not being a new revolver, I still see some people who are still clueless about how powerful this thing is. Let me tell you that this one is built to fire and withstand the explosiveness of the massive 500 S&W Magnum cartridge. It has extreme stopping power, making it a favorite among big-game hunters and firearm enthusiasts who simply want quote-unquote power on their menu. Its sheer force is so intense that it produces nearly 3,000 foot-pounds of muzzle energy. To translate it, such muzzle energy is already within the realms of some rifle cartridges. So just imagine how powerful this round is when shot in a revolver. Because of this power, the S&W 500 can easily take down some of the largest and most dangerous games on Earth, such as grizzly bears and Cape buffalo, by just a single well-placed shot. The Smith & Wesson 500 is a large-frame double-action revolver built on Smith & Wesson's massive X-frame, which is a frame specifically engineered to handle the immense pressures generated by the 00 S&W Magnum. It is available in different barrel lengths, ranging from 4 inches to 10.5 inches, with the longer barrels providing better velocity and accuracy. The revolver is built with a stainless steel frame and compensator ports to help mitigate the extreme recoil. Its 5-round cylinder holds some of the largest cartridges ever chambered in a handgun, each one capable of producing nearly 2,000 feet per second of velocity, depending on the load. All I can say is that I don't want to be on the receiving end of this revolver. Smith & Wesson Model 460X VR. The Smith & Wesson Model 460X VR, or the Extreme Velocity Revolver, is a monster when it comes to firepower. People don't claim it as one of the most powerful production revolvers in the world without a reason, after all. On paper, the Model 460X VR is designed for extreme performance and long-range handgun hunting. It is chambered in the 460 S&W Magnum, which, for those who don't know, is a high-velocity cartridge capable of firing a variety of rounds, which includes the likes of the 454 Castle and 45 Colt. Hence, it's not just powerful, but also versatile as well. Now, the revolver has an 8.38-inch barrel that integrates a precision gain-twist rifling system. Aside from withstanding the explosiveness of the rounds, the barrel is also designed to improve the revolver's accuracy by gradually increasing the rate of twist as the bullet exits the barrel. Meanwhile, the stainless steel frame and cylinder provide durability and strength to withstand the immense pressures generated by a 460 S&W Magnum round, which, as far as I can remember, can exceed 65,000 pounds per square inch. That's absurdly strong. It's also worth noting that the revolver is known for its effective muzzle brake and an ergonomic grip that will help you control its substantial recoil. In terms of power, the Model 460X VR is unmatched in long-range revolver performance. It can propel a 200-grain bullet at speeds of up to 2,300 feet per second, which allows it to unleash over 2,300 foot-pounds of muzzle energy, making it one of the fastest revolvers ever produced. This power level is over 9,000 in the meme language, but seriously, it's more than enough to take down large and dangerous games, such as elk, bears, and even African big game, even at distances beyond 200 yards, which is crazy on its own. Magnum Research BFR 500 Bushwhacker. The 500 Bushwhacker is actually in the realms of the absurd. I mean, you really need to believe me on this. I am quite certain that this firearm, which is developed by the T Armory, is currently the most powerful cartridge in the world. Essentially, it's an extremely high-performance handgun round that is actually derived from the necked-up and extended 500 S&W Magnum case. In particular, this thing measures about 2.7 inches long and can attain velocities that go beyond 2,500 feet per second when using lighter projectiles, which in turn allows it to deliver more than 5,000 foot-pounds of muzzle energy, which is downright insane. With these figures, the 500 Bushwhacker is already in the same category as those dangerous game rifle cartridges, such as the 470 Nitro Express and the wicked 416 Rigby. Keep in mind that these cartridges are meant for hunting ferocious and dangerous beasts, so a handgun cartridge that is at par with them is definitely astounding. Of course, you can't just find a revolver that is chambered in this cartridge. You only see the 500 Bushwhacker in the Magnum Research catalog, specifically the big frame revolvers, or BFR. These revolvers often have a 10-inch barrel, featuring a custom 5-shot cylinder, a heavy-duty frame to withstand the explosiveness of the cartridge, and a specialized muzzle brake to somehow tame the recoil, even just by a little. In terms of raw power, there's not denying that the 500 Bushwhacker surpasses all other handgun cartridges. I know because I tried firing this revolver firsthand. It almost blew me, which is a feat, considering that I'm quite confident with my handling and techniques. That's how powerful this cartridge is. It can fire 440 grain bullets at speeds exceeding 2,300 feet per second, creating devastating terminal ballistics capable of penetrating over 100 inches of 10% ballistic gel, which is an industry-standard medium for testing bullet performance. The round generates such extreme recoil that proper technique and a strong grip are essential for shooting it effectively.